Men are equal. It is not birth but virtue that makes the difference. Let us read and let us dance. These two amusements will never do any harm to the world. Judge a man by his questions rather than by his answers. It is forbidden to kill. Therefore, all murderers are punished unless they kill in large numbers and to the sound of trumpets. Life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the lifeboats. Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities. The more I read, the more I acquire, the more certain I am that I know nothing. Common sense is not so common. Love truth, but pardon error. I have never made but one prayer to God, a very short one. O Lord, make my enemies ridiculous. And God granted it. Fools have a habit of believing that everything written by a famous author is admirable. For my part, I read only to please myself, and like only what suits my taste. God is a comedian playing to an audience that is too afraid to laugh. I don't know where I am going, but I am on my way. Every man is guilty of all the good he did not do. Dare to think for yourself. It is dangerous to be right in matters on which the established authorities are wrong. Despite the enormous quantity of books, how few people read. And if one reads profitably, one would realize how much stupid stuff the vulgar herd is content to swallow every day. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. Doubt is an uncomfortable condition, but certainty is a ridiculous one. Cherish those who seek the truth, but beware of those who find it. God is a circle whose center is everywhere and circumference nowhere. The secret of being a bore is to tell everything. It is better to risk saving a guilty person than to condemn an innocent one. Think for yourself and let others enjoy the privilege of doing so too. Faith consists in believing what reason cannot. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. Every man is a creature of the age in which he lives, and few are able to raise themselves above the ideas of the time. Our wretched species is so made that those who walk on the well-trodden path always throw stones at those who are showing a new road. If God did not exist, it would be necessary to invent him. The human brain is a complex organ with the wonderful power of enabling man to find reasons for continuing to believe whatever it is that he wants to believe. Illusion is the first of all pleasures. Prejudices are what fools use for reason. We never live. We are always in the expectation of living. The comfort of the rich depends upon an abundant supply of the poor. don't think money does everything, or you are going to end up doing everything for money. The art of medicine consists of amusing the patient while nature cures the disease. What is history? The lie that everyone agrees on. Perfect is the enemy of good. It is not enough to conquer. One must learn to seduce. Men will always be mad, and those who think they can cure them are the maddest of all. No opinion is worth burning your neighbor for. Man is free at the instant he wants to be. Sensual pleasure passes and vanishes, but the friendship between us, the mutual confidence, the delight of the heart, the enchantment of the soul, these things do not perish and can never be destroyed. It is clear that the individual who persecutes a man, his brother, because he is not of the same opinion, is a monster. The longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. Our labor preserves us from three great evils: weariness, vice, and want. Animals have these advantages over man. They never hear the clock strike. They die without any idea of death. They have no theologians to instruct them. Their last moments are not disturbed by unwelcome and unpleasant ceremonies. Their funerals cost them nothing, and no one starts lawsuits over their wills. The only way to comprehend what mathematicians mean by infinity is to contemplate the extent of human stupidity. He must be very ignorant, for he answers every question he is asked. It is with books as with men. A very small number play a great part. May God defend me from my friends. I can defend myself from my enemies. Liberty of thought is the life of the soul. History never repeats itself. Man always does. The happiest of all lives is a busy solitude. She blushed, and so did he. She greeted him in a faltering voice, and he spoke to her without knowing what he was saying. One great use of words is to hide our thoughts. Behind every successful man stands a surprised mother-in-law. It is an infantile superstition of the human spirit that virginity would be thought a virtue and not the barrier that separates ignorance from knowledge. I would rather obey a fine lion, much stronger than myself, than 200 rats of my own species. To succeed in the world, it is not enough to be stupid. One must also be polite. It is hard to free fools from the chains they revere. Meditation is the dissolution of thoughts in eternal awareness or pure consciousness without objectification, knowing without thinking, merging finitude in infinity. The best is the enemy of good. To hold a pen is to be at war. Injustice in the end produces independence. Opinions have caused more ills than the plague or earthquakes on this little globe of ours. When it is a question of money, everybody is of the same religion. Minds differ still more than faces. Doctors put drugs of which they know little into bodies of which they know less, for diseases of which they know nothing at all. Each player must accept the cards life deals him or her, But once they are in hand, he or she alone must decide how to play the cards in order to win the game. The more a man knows, the less he talks.